Obviously, we're all feminists here. We completely hate Andrew Tate. There's nothing that he stands for, like morality, that we all believe in or
love
anything.
Andrew Tate. I fucking love Andrew Tate. I would let him sleep.
Oh, I completely had a menu up. You know, I'm not even gonna restart this because why would I do that? I'm just really, really bad at my job.
Tristan Tate's just a sad cunt.
No, Tristan Tate's the better of the two brothers. If anybody should be listening to people, it's Tristan. Andrew Tate's just the funny one.
Give me a quick.
Why do you say that one?
Yep, go ahead. To me, Tristan is the one who's completely based off of morality, and Andrew's the one who's loud and obnoxious enough to put the point out there at the exaggerated level that he does.
Yeah. It's hard to say whether he believes it as much or if he doesn't believe it as much as Andrew Tate, and I think he does.
Oh, I think he believes it. I think they're equal. But I think the message and the morality might be there slightly more with Tristan, because I think he might have had kids a little earlier and there might be that little disparity there. But this is Andrew Tate Destroys a Feminist. This is a clip from the Pregame, which is a podcast that Just Pearly Things does. So we're going to be in her fucking recommended, which will be fantastic because this podcast got like 5 million fucking views.
It's ready right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna quickly grab some ice.
Oh, we're gonna start it right fucking now. You're not gonna run and go get ice for your apple juice.
Oh, fuck you guys! No, okay.
In the history of humanity, across any culture, any book, any story, any fable, there has never been across the history of humanity any respect put on the name of a promiscuous female ever. Ever. You name the biggest conquerors that you can possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, Big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology.
And I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, you know what? Cardi B isn't going to be revered after she dies. Nobody's going to give a fuck.
Griselda Blanco.
Yeah, don't even know who the fuck that is.
Bro, all I'm going to say is I don't even know who the fuck these guys boy. You need to watch
I've heard of Cardi B, but does she sing? Does she act? Couldn't tell you.
She was a stripper who drugged old men to take their money.
Oh, that's hectic. That's way better than what I thought she was. That's mad. Fuck.
That's how men are
does she have a Twitter?
There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting. So yes, we are completely and utterly different. Yes, it's different if a woman cheats on a man. And if a man is at a complete top level of his life and ticks every single box, and if he decides to be loyal, which some do, and I can be loyal, and I have been loyal, but there's also times in my life where I think, fuck it, I don't want to be, and get a new girlfriend every single day of the week. I can do that, and I can decide to do that. If a woman decides to do the same, purely because her value is high enough to attract so many males, because she's beautiful, for example, it is completely different. And I'm going to explain to you why it's completely different, so buckle up. It's different. It's different. It's different. Well, I'll tell you why. It is impossible for a female to be promiscuous on a long enough period of time without devaluing herself, because she is fucking people she shouldn't be fucking. There is no way she is sleeping with endless men, and all of them are either high.
Just like if you look at fucking Sylvester Stallone or anybody who had their kids with their fucking maids, that increases their value, and then more people want that maid or whatever. But less people want Sylvester Stallone because he slept with his maid. How many times has it happened? And it's not just those two specific cases. How many times does that shit fucking... When you sleep with it too, it brings you down farther. It just does.
But again, he's kind of arguing against that point. He's saying that, oh, a man can do it, it doesn't matter. He's racking up numbers, but if a woman does it, it devalues her. Like,
but I understand.
No, I don't with a two. Ain't none of you is gonna know about it.
But like Sylvester Stallone, something like that. Like, I don't devalue him. I just think like, bro, what the fuck's going on with if it came to that? You know what I mean? Like some shit. She must have sucked a mean dick, bro. She must have sucked dick better than the vacuum she fucking used to clean his carpets. I don't know.
Ass to mouth. Ass to mouth.
I value men, or treating her the way she should be treated. If you find a woman who slept with 50, 100 dudes, she's either fucking dudes which aren't at her level or haven't worked hard enough to try and get the pussy. She was just too drunk to realize he's a loser, plays video games. Or she's fucking a top G who barely texts her back. So either way, she's fucking dudes she shouldn't be fucking, or a guy who's at the level who doesn't give her the right amount of attention. For a woman to find a guy who's truly on a level, who truly treats her the way she should be treated, that's once every couple years, if that.
He's saying that they will find the equality. If a female's fucking somebody every single day, not all of those people will be at her level.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if
That's
she's-
what he's saying, is like they could be going out to the club every single day. They're not going to be fucking somebody who's equal to them every single day. That's just not how it works.
Of the female.
Yeah. They're not going to be bringing a 10 home every single day, regardless of if they're 10 or not. They could like a joke for some funny guy, and all of a sudden they're fucking a 3, and they're like, oh shit, I was drunk. It plays out all the time.
I feel like if her objective is I ain't gonna fuck anything less than a 8+ in my eyes, and she's a 10,
That devalues her. That's what he's saying. Is if they sleep with somebody lower than them, it devalues them.
Not give a shit about
I'm just saying I wouldn't say it's impossible for a 10 out of 10 chick to not get
10 out of 10s every single night.
I'm saying it's possible.
Very, very rare is what he's saying, which proves the point of the extremes and the specific circumstances don't play to the entire law or the rule.
Would depend on the situation.
Yeah.
Where are they at?
Just to go out there fucking a new dude every week and say, yeah, he's worth pussy. Yeah, he treats me good enough to get my pussy. Da da da. And you know what's funny about the universe? It's actually beautiful about the universe because it's equal and opposite forces. When you devalue yourself, it's kind of like men can smell it on you. They can just look at a bitch and go, oh. And that's the way it works. So you have to be very careful as a female and sit and go, does this man truly deserve to fuck me? And if you think about it, the answer 99% of the time, especially if you're promiscuous, is no. So
how many times in culture did we learn this as fucking kids, boys? We're all about the same age. How many times in movies we're like, oh, that bitch slept around?
Yeah. Oh, that's just whatever. Like, and they just devalue the prostitute, the slut in the fucking situation, the whatever.
But how many times did we see this? We saw it in every single fucking movie. And this is crazy now.
Yeah, but it's simultaneously like, oh, screwing the clean virgin girl, the whatever. Like, that is clearly more sought after than getting a blowjob from fucking blowjob Betty. You know what I mean? Like,
no, because,
Betty on the corner.
Because you wanna fight for something. You wanna argue for something. You want there to be an argument.
The movie is for them to get the fucking pussy at the end of it. But like, if it was just easy, there's
no value. Isn't that weird?
So when a woman is sleeping around with all these,
I'm not going to say
anything.
anything.
Herself. She's devaluing herself, and the world knows.
Because I respect Betty.
Drap, we all don't steal people's air conditioner remotes, buddy. That's.
God knows, the universe knows.
I don't know who that was aimed at, but pre-med.
That's just the way it works.
I don't know why pre-med would do such a thing.
Wait, Esther, 1 second. Sir, may I ask you a question? What would you say if a woman now is married to 2 men?
Haram.
Why?
No, I'll tell you why. Let's talk about this. What is the difference between a man, let's say me, I have 4 wives, right? What's the difference between a man having 4 wives and a woman having 4 men?
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time.
He's not Christian, he's Muslim.
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time, and we know who the parents are, right? So let's say you had 4 pregnancies,
Point
you
still
know
stands.
who the mother is because she's carrying the baby, and you know who the dad is, top G.
Yeah,
if you have a woman with 4 men and she gets pregnant, who's the parents?
What about if?
But no, I'm asking.
Okay,
do you know?
I ask, what if they're different races? One white, one black.
You don't know.
Answer the question.
You don't know. Now, modern science can come along and maybe fix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong in the eyes of God. The idea of having a family, the idea of a child being born, one of the baselines for a new life to come onto this planet is for at least to understand who the 2 people who made it are. At least, if you have a woman fucking 4 dudes, you don't even know who got her pregnant.
So may I just say?
Disgusting.
Wait.
Have you seen the twins that had 2 different dads?
Oh.
And that shit is disgusting, which is why it's revolting to some people. But for some reason, morality is the negative fucking thing in the world.
Dude, if you want to get down to basics, like Andrew Tate is just like the strong swimmer sperm personified. He's just trying to propagate genes. He's just here for the mission. Like, the mission is make kids continue fucking going through history. It's the only way to do it. You know what I mean?
I'm Genghis Khan too, motherfucker. Let's go.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I saw that. May I just say something then? So if that is the case, if the one thing that you're meant to have is at least you know who the 2 people that put that child on earth are, then that's why promiscuity for men is also a problem, because they get women pregnant. Sometimes they don't even know they have children. That's haram, no?
No, it's completely different. It's different because you have to understand, I'm talking about humans. You look at humans from a societal perspective, but society has changed, right? So let's say 200-300 years ago. If a woman got pregnant, she needed a man to survive. If that man didn't take care of her during pregnancy, she was going to die. She couldn't work a job. She couldn't hunt, couldn't fish, whatever, right? A woman literally needed that man for survival. So if you were to come to me and say I'm pregnant, but you've been fucked by 4 different dudes, I'd be like, who says it's mine? Why am I looking after you? None of them want to look after her. She will literally perish. This is why in most of the world today, still today, virginity is so coveted, and throughout all of history it's been so coveted, because that's the only way to ensure paternity. She's a virgin, I know that's my baby. She ain't a virgin, prove it's mine. Outside of this modern science bullshit, Shaitan, the devil we have here in the West, in most of the world today, without virginity or at least a low body count or at least anti-promiscuity, you can't tell that that's your baby. So it's a completely different thing. You're looking at the idea of a woman being pregnant and coming to a group of men and saying, one of you has to take care of me and put up with me when I'm fat and moody and annoying and I need my bills paid. And all the men are going to sit there and go, no, fuck no, prove it's mine. You can't prove it, bounce. Where it's different. If I get 4 women pregnant, we know the deal.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So obviously back then for survival, women needed a man. Otherwise, when they were pregnant, they could die and all of these things, they would perish. In today's society, given evolution, given the fact that as women we can go and get, yeah, but I'm not saying that. Isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps like naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, 1, and 2, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything...
He has a point. Now, how many of you have a dog that buys a 50-pound bag worth of dog food, right? You're the one who's asked to go get that.
Oh, my girlfriend will go get it herself.
But most of the time, if you put yourself in that situation,
we're going to IKEA. We're getting furniture.
You're the one carrying it.
Furniture.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's frustrating. It's so frustrating because they so many people devalue what you are as a person into the smallest thing. And then they're like, no, I can do that too.
Bro, you're a fucking tool. Some women want tools of people, but like, I'm not a fucking tool. So I wouldn't attract the type of woman that wants a fucking tool as a significant other. You know what I mean?
No, I know. It's fucking frustrating.
How would you define tool?
You'll just do anything a woman tells you to do. It's, you're a tool. You're like quite literally a tool. You are an object for someone to use to obtain something.
No opinions.
You're just a middleman. Like, you're not going to fight about it. You're just a tool of a person.
You accept a honey-do list. You go and do it. You don't bitch and complain.
You're a loser.
Yeah. You have no value in the situation. You married somebody who's extremely overweight, and you've married them when they have no value, and you hope that you can turn them into somebody who has value.
But people don't realize you got to work on your
craft.
Threatened,
or
and
times
you
to get
probably are in. Never mind. Go for it.
No, you were good. I paused because I thought that there was going to be a break.
I forgot what I was going to say already.
It's a wonderful game of trying to guess.
Or famine, or riots. The first thing you do is find a big, strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage. And this is the very interesting thing. I'll make a point here, which is going to get me canceled again, but I don't give a fuck. But this is the point. Feminism in and of itself can't be defended. The point of an idea is that it can be defended by the people who believe in it. This is the whole point of war since the dawn of time. It doesn't matter if it was the Christians against the Hindus. It doesn't matter if it was the Germans against the French. There were people who had ideas and ideologies, and they were prepared to fight each other to defend their ideology. Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists. The only people who can defend feminism are the men who subscribe to the garbage. If all the feminists were to get in a line and say, we want feminism, and the conservative men were to get in a line, you would learn very quickly it's bullshit. I had a friend in Afghanistan when Taliban kicked America out, and he told me the Americans were telling the girls they could go to school. So they built all these girls' schools, and they put the Afghanistani Defense Forces there, and they funded the Afghanistan Defense Forces to protect these schools. You had American satellites, you had night vision goggles. Taliban were afraid to attack. America leaves. Now you have Afghani defense forces. They're basically blind. They don't have satellites anymore. Don't have night vision, whatever. So now it's a real war. The men are standing next to this girls' school. The Taliban are coming. You're some dude. You're standing there, and you're looking at this girls' school going, I don't really give a fuck if girls go to school. Bounce. And you didn't fight. So that's why they all gave up and Taliban took over so quickly. And when I said this, the girls like, yeah, they should have fought for us, feminism. Why don't the women fight?
Can I ask?
Oh, wait, the women can't defend their own fucking idea. You need men to defend feminism. So that's why the whole thing is stupid. So the second men don't defend it, it just fails as a fucking...
I'm going to say it again. I said it on the podcast this week. The only part of me and the only part of you that should stand up for feminism is your dick.
Yep.
The only part.
They want equality, but they get a little more than it. It's just that they're allowed to be soft. That men are supposed to be hard, and the women are allowed to be soft.
And
like
that's how it's supposed to be.
The point he made, dude, the minute the fucking snow needs shoveling or the car breaks down or whatever, I'm not trying to say that women can't do shovel fucking snow or be a good mechanic or do any of those things.
Want to.
But they're not no. They're not pushed to.
Yeah, and
That's
most of them.
They're not societally. They are not pushed to do that whatsoever.
I like the point Milo made on PK, and I don't know if either one of you guys saw this episode. He said, it's not above a woman's pay grade to go and try to become a garbage man. But I don't ever want to be a part of a society where every garbage man is a fucking woman. Not because they can't do it, but because I don't want any woman to be put into a place where every single woman has to go out and do things that her body isn't even made to do. Most women
garbage
can't.
truck driving in Australia is a lucrative gig. I'd fucking do it if I could.
No, but he's talking about the women that hang off of the garbage men that hang off the back of the truck and run out and pick up the garbage can and dump it into the fucking garbage can.
But by that logic, you're assuming a man's body was made to do that thing, and it was. But at the end of the day, it's taxing on any human.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely, it's completely different. And Draft's fucking webcam shit in the bed. But no, absolutely, and I completely understand that it's different now than what it was. But at the same time, a man as a whole normally is stronger. I'm not saying that every single circumstance is that, but as a whole, men are stronger. That is what they do.
They want men to be tools, and this is what fucking Andrew Tate is fighting against.
Exactly. No,
we're saying the same fucking thing. I'm just coming at it from the other angle of saying, like,
I know
they're allowed to be soft. They expect us to be a fucking tool.
And I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that they should be. Allow them to be. That is what they've wanted. Allow them to be soft. That is where they're supposed to be placed anyway, based off of the standards as a society we've set forward. Allow there to be homemakers. Allow there to be the people that take care of the kids. Because if we allow the governments to take care of the kids, we're going to keep having the same fucking problems. It just is.
Ideology, it's garbage.
May I tell you something now? So this is the thing. This is when we assume that women perhaps don't have the physical or even mental ability to go to a war. Wait. Because this is the thing. For example, in Ukraine, a lot of women took up arms. And in fact, I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. And
don't lie.
Listen,
to the people at home.
Wait, no worries. I'll talk about my personal story. Let me tell you something. This is the thing. I think it's also really silly to assume that, for example, a woman, because she didn't go to school, she'll not be as intelligent as a man. Therefore, naturally, a woman is not intelligent. No, it doesn't make sense. If we're now starting to normalize equality and we want to put everybody in the forefront, give a woman a gun.
Who's normalizing equality?
Well, that's what people are wanting. Then that's
people
the case.
Like who?
Let me tell you, Auntie.
Who wants to normalize equality? People like who? Feminists. Who else wants that?
Actually, no equality. I want respect. That's really what I want.
Stopping you from getting respect.
Exactly.
No,
I get respect.
I get respect. I get respect.
So,
that's what I want. That's what I like.
Respect.
What I think is,
you don't even know what you want.
I'll tell you what I want.
Know what you want. You want
as a woman, I carry myself differently. I actually hold the things that I have done in the fights that I fought. I hold it. That's why when you speak to me, I don't move different. I move different to many of the girls. That's why when you talk to me and you argue with me, I don't take it. You do sometimes. And I'll tell you something. A lot of women may have the accolades to be somebody, but they are uncomfortable to own that. And the reason why, then I would like to ask you, for example, I do need a man, for example, to, procreate. But other than that, I'm quite strong. And I would find a way to protect myself differently. With that mentality, what would be the man that would be for me then?
Denava, what would you do? if one of these security guards broke into your door?
What would I do? Okay, I'll tell you.
What would you do? What would
One,
you do? No, seriously, there's no guns here.
She's a feminist.
I'll
She's a
tell you.
feminist.
No, I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist. I'm a bit smarter.
Okay,
Either
okay,
I'd play
these
dead.
two guys.
One.
That sums up the entire question.
Pretty fucking much, man. Like, nothing
What
else.
would you do? I'd play dead. Don't worry about it. I'm good. I'll play dead.
I think Drap's gone. I don't think he's coming back. He just messaged me. Says he got some personal shit to deal with.
Oh, he's still here.
Oh, and he's
No.
back, not
Here.
What the fuck, man?
Here, I'm just going to. You're good, Drap. We love you, bud. We'll see you. Boom. It's back. We're back to 2 people now.
All right.
Our names aren't here, but you know who the fuck we are.
Yeah.
Okay, they see you're not dead.
It's okay.
They
No,
see
I'd
you
be like
breathing.
this, and then if not, maybe I would kind of like be very gentle and comply to find a way to get out of it.
so
If they want to come and kill me, there's not much that many people
but
can
let's
do.
make an important point. You're talking about equality equaling respect. The way you get respect as a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing. We can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with
Equity.
completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where all gets fucked up. We try and pretend it's all the
Yes.
same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever. It's only confused where you have women who sit and go, no, because in the name of equality, we can fight and work. There's no fucking women on the front line in Ukraine. That is psyop bullshit. They put some chick there dancing around doing Pokemon dances to try and convince men to go
Yo,
fucking die in a
Vito.
ditch. It's garbage. If you go to the front line of Ukraine right now, you do not see women in their makeup and their manicures. You see fucking men in the freezing cold dying. You know where the women are? Dubai, chilling. That's where the women are. So to sit and pretend that women are just as capable physically as men is a fucking lie. It's delusion. To say that you're as strong as men is delusion. You are good at
No
other
way.
things. You're better than men at a lot of things, but it's not the physical world.
As many of you know, I was just
Pretty much alluded to exactly what we were describing.
It's not so hard to understand that there's equity. I mean, there's equality and equity. Like, there just is.
But they just can't have it both ways, and they're fighting for something that's not real. Like, it doesn't make
Like,
sense.
it's like women don't go to school and understand what the fuck we do. When we went to school, they teach you, most women didn't want the right to vote. Why? Because they didn't want bucket brigade. Because they didn't want to have to deal with land ownership bullshit. They didn't want to have to deal with every other little bit of fucking and draft and civil service. They didn't want to deal with those things. But men said, hey, we're going to give this to you. You're going to do the right thing. You're going to vote for your country and you're going to respect it. Yes, there was suffragettes. There was a suffrage movement. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm not disagreeing there. I'm saying that there was, and I believe, more than enough voices to equal out, if not more, of the people that were fighting to vote. They gave you the right to vote because there was enough of a voice, but that doesn't mean it was half. So that was Andrew Tate Destroys a Feminist. I think obviously he definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
It
100%.
is 3:34 in the morning. I'm fucking exhausted. I've been up since 9 o'clock yesterday. So
One of those days.
we'll see you fucking later. I look fucking 75 years old in this video. You guys tell us, did Andrew Tate destroy the feminist? Make sure to feed yourself so that way you look like Andrew Tate, not my skinny ass. Otherwise, you'll end up with PTSD if you don't use HelloFresh. We'll see you fucking next time. Obviously, that's
Definitely.
government certified. Use the promo code.